Chapter 24, Tener Hambre, to be hungry. When I get home, there's a note from Mom by the phone, along with a $20 bill. The note tells me to get something for dinner because she has a doctor's appointment. I decide on Dairy Queen so I can get a blizzard. Who cares if it's cold outside? I stop by Lily's on my way, but she's not home. So I get on the bus and go by myself. Even though it's not late, it's dark, and I don't really like to walk in the dark by myself. But tonight, I don't have a choice. Fall leaves cover the ground. Soon they'll be trampled on by trick-or-treaters. Halloween is next weekend. Carved pumpkins sit on porches, their faces lit and haunting, and on the door outside the costume store, there's a mummy holding a costumes on sale sign. The line at Dairy Queen is backed up all the way to the door, and it's hard to tell who has ordered already and who hasn't. There's a woman holding on to her toddler's hand while fussing with her other child, who looks about 5, telling him to stop touching the dirty table that's coated with days-old ketchup. A group of boys are sitting at a table, all spread out and loud, like they are eating at home in their dining room. "You order yet?" a man asks me. He counts the single-dollar bills in his hand, looks at the menus, and then counts again. "Not yet," I tell him. I order my meal and step to the side so the man behind me can order. I hear the boys at the table laughing and talking about who they would date and who they wouldn't. The guy in the light blue shirt says, "What about Mercedes?" And the rest of the group laughs and shakes their head in fits of protest. One of them says, "Man, Mercedes' breath smells worse than your shoes." Then the one wearing a green hat adds, "And she got too much attitude." They go on with their whatabouts, naming girls who are nowhere in sight, but then they start pointing at women who are in the restaurant. "What about her?" Green Hat says. "Oh, she's a 10, perfect 10. They all agree that the next girl is a 7, and just when my order's ready, I hear one of them say, "What about her?" I know he's pointing at me, which means they are all looking at me from behind. Not good. The man at the counter calls my number and gives me my food. The boy behind me assesses me. One of them says, "I give her a 5. The other, "A 5? Man, she's so big she breaks the scale." Another voice, "Man, thick girls are fine. I don't know what's wrong with you." "Well, if she's so fine, go talk to her." The man behind the counter looks at me, shakes his head, and says, "Boys." I force a smile. "Have a good evening," he says. I wonder if any of these boys ever sit in a room for boys, talk nightly, and discuss how to treat women. Who teaches them how to call out to a girl when she's walking by, minding her own business? Who teaches them that girls are parts, butts, breasts, legs, not whole beings? I was going to eat at Dairy Queen, but I don't want to sit through the discussion of if I'm a 5 or not. I eat a few fries before I walk out. "Hey, hold up, my boy wants to talk to you," Green Hat says. He follows me, yelling in the dark night. I keep walking. Don't look back. "Oh, so it's like that? Forget you then. Don't nobody want your fat ass anyway. Don't know why you up in a Dairy Queen need to be on a diet." He calls me every derogatory name a girl could ever be called. I keep walking. Don't look back. When I get on the bus, it is fuller than I expected it to be. I want to eat, but I decide to wait. Who wants to see a big girl eat fries and a burger on a bus? By the time I'm home, my fries are cold, but the burger is still good. I don't throw the bag away. I'm going to use it tonight. Tear it up and make it into something. Maybe a dress for a girl more confident than I am, who doesn't feel insecure about eating whatever she wants in public. Maybe I'll morph it into a crown for a queen that Dad says I am.